Good afternoon, everyone. I am Ryan Clifton Bowling. Let's get right down to it. As some of you already know, Biden did it again. President Biden did it again. That's hard, calling him President Biden. I'm trying to be professional. So President Biden did it again. He went off the rail and called a Fox News reporter at S.O.B. thinking that the microphone was off at the White House. It was having a meeting at, I think it was a press conference at the White House. And then this reporter from Fox News asked him a question about the high inflation being a liability to him, at which point Biden, once again thinking that the microphone was off, as the other reporters began to scramble to try to get out of the room, he called him an S.O.B. Now, I was looking at this clipping and I was looking at him like the way this is filmed with all these camera angles and shots and so forth, and I can't help but wonder sometimes, is this all planned to keep up the tension and the aggravation between the Democrats and Republicans, the liberals and the conservatives? I can't help but wonder sometimes. It's like, you can't be this crazy to say the stuff that you can't be. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys listen in on an audio clip of Biden calling this reporter an S.O.B. And then directly after that, I'm going to let you guys listen in on an audio clip where the reporter responded on Fox News in a way that was really positive, and he took this lightly. So once I let you guys listen in to these two audio clips, I'm going to give my opinion on this whole debacle. So let's go right into this article. And here's what Biden says.
Inflation. What a stupid son of a bitch.
You heard that. I hope you guys heard that. Now, here's the response of the reporter. He came back on Fox News and he was giving his response on what Biden had said. And here's his response.
House or the president and asked to come to the Oval Office tomorrow for an interview?
No. And I don't think that that's coming either. But what's crazy about this is in the longer version of the clip, there was a group of reporters that were all gathered. We listened to him explain the Competition Council, which is the reason that he's having this meeting with most of the cabinet. And somebody shouted out a question about Russia, and the president said, I'm not going to take questions right now about anything off topic. So I shouted out something that's not on my 2 pages of questions about crime. Okay, what about inflation? Do you think inflation is a political liability in the midterms? And then he said that. And I couldn't even hear him because people were shouting at us to get out. But somebody came up to me in the briefing room a few minutes later and said, did you hear what the president said? And I said, no, what? They said, he called you a stupid S.O.B. And I said, did he say S.O.B? And the person said no.
He did the elongated version.
You know?
But, So, Doocy, I think the president's right. You are a stupid S.O.B.
Yeah, nobody has fact-checked him yet and said it's not true.
No one's given Pinocchios for that one. No, but... So you're now, I guess, everyone's talking about you. You're going to be known as the stupid S.O.B. guy. I mean, before you were like the hair guy with the blonde hair. Now you're stupid S.O.B. Is this something you're embracing, Peter?
Do I have a choice?
I don't think so. I mean, I think you just have to walk around for the rest of your career as the stupid S.O.B.
No, but it is something great that you were called and named by a president.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something that will be in the history books.
Yeah, I think that
if we
Peter,
still have them.
And Peter, you might already have like a book title.
Yes.
Right? Or a chapter title, at least.
So, as you guys have already heard from that, those audio clips, that reporter's response to Joe Biden's flippant statement, which was a relevant question that the reporter asked. Okay. But what I want to deal with in this video is what you probably know what I'm about to deal with. And that is, had this been Trump, they would have brought out the tanks, M16s, bombs. They would have created designer diseases to throw on Trump and all his followers to make them get sick times 10. Talking about COVID-19, it would have been COVID-30. I mean, they would have brought out everything against Trump if it had been him saying this. And this isn't the first time that Biden have said some things that were totally unprofessional. They dogged Trump out whenever Trump would say something. Here's the thing about Trump. I don't remember Trump ever calling any reporter a name, calling them out of their name. He may have said, "You're a bad reporter. You are unprofessional, and I don't know why CNN or MSNBC would hire you. You need to be fired." He would say something like that, but he never called them out of their name. And yet the liberal media went crazy. Oh my God, the terrible tweets he put in. Oh my God, I'm so sick, I'm so hurt. You see the clear bias here? Now, what's interesting is that I think it's the CNN reporter, Brian Stelter. Every time I see that guy, it's like, he looks odd. He looks odd. But his response to it was a predictable response to what Biden said. No, he's covering up for him. The mainstream media going to cover up for him, for Biden. Every time Biden says something or does something that is clearly unprofessional, that is clearly uncouth or whatever you want to call it, they cover up for it. And that's why I do what I do. That's one of the reasons why I do what I do, because I'm trying to expose to people the liberal left media and the liberal establishment and how they're protecting Biden and protecting the things that he's saying and doing. It's like, it's clear from anyone that has eyes to see it. Unbelievable. But I just had to give you guys in on that because this called man a stupid son of a B. But I like how the reporter took it all in stride. He didn't get depressed, or at least the impression he didn't get depressed. He kind of took it in stride. They kind of made it, a light situation. But as the writer of that article said that I just read, that you listen to, I let you listen to the article, but I didn't let you listen to the audio, but I did not read any of his comments on that. But I'll leave a link to the article in the description box below. But he said something that made a lot of sense. He said he believed that the conservative Republicans and so forth, and this reporter should go hard on them. He should say, "Wait a minute, hold it, you guys. I mean, you guys are covering up for this guy. If this had been Trump or anybody else, for that matter, you guys would have went off." And see, it's clear that there's a bias here. And see, when there's a bias like that, when regardless of whether it's the left or right, in this instance, it's the left. The left mainstream media has control of the narrative. And in my opinion, most of their policies suck. Most of their policies are crazy. They're destructive. Critical race theory is a part of their policy, or they support critical race theory. They support this transgenderism nonsense and like I said earlier, I don't care what you choose to be, but when you start saying that biological men, it's okay for biological men to go up against biological women in sports, that's stupid. And yet the liberal Democrats support it. Okay, and they have the reins on the narrative that's being spun, then you're going to have an unbalance here. You're going to have a bias here. And when you have that kind of bias for what I believe to be destructive policies, then it can lead to what I believe it can lead this country to a downfall. That's why you have conservative sites like myself and others that tend to expose the bias of the mainstream media. So you can see both sides of it, because clearly the thing, and this isn't the first time Biden has said something. Like I said, this isn't the first time Biden has said something that's off coof. I remember there was one when he was campaigning. There was one guy to ask it what I think it was a Second Amendment, about the Second Amendment rights, owning guns, so forth. And Biden went off with the man, ready to fight the man. One particular man, he called him fat and wanted to fight him. And I saw the actual clip. Biden was right up in front of the man like this. Like he was ready to, and I don't know if he touched the man or whatever, but he was ready to fight the man. The question the man asked, or the statement the man asked, was a relevant question that any American person wants to know. See, these politicians, listen to me, man. Look. These liberal politicians do not care. Now, I'm not saying all the Republicans care neither, but far as I'm concerned, it's mostly with the liberals. These liberal Democratic politicians do not care for you. They don't care for you. What they care is for their constituents, the special interest groups that are only concerned about their special interests. They don't care about you. Their only objective is to get your votes. And then once they get your votes, they get in office, then they're going to take care of their constituents. They're going to take care of the special interest groups. They could care less about you. Biden has been in office, what, a year now? And what have he accomplished? What have you accomplished for the country so far? The Build Back Better plan hasn't worked. It's been shot down because, as I mentioned in the earlier video, people in the Senate got sense. It was shot down by, I believe, Joe Manchin. It was shot down by him. And I think he was a Democrat, but he was a thinking Democrat. It was shot down by him. So the Build Back Better plan, the BBB didn't work. The Triple B didn't work. Okay, and then that dumb vaccine mandate, that got shot down by the Supreme Court. Anybody that supported a vaccine mandate, I'm sorry, but you delusional. I'm not talking about the vaccine itself, okay? But anybody that support a vaccine mandate from the federal government, far as I'm concerned, in my opinion, you're delusional. But that's a whole nother story. I'm going to get into it. The point is, what have he accomplished in a year? And you got, as the reporter said, and I forget his name. I didn't even get the reporter's name. My bad. Let me give you guys his reporter's name. Peter Doocy, Doocy. Doocy or Doocy. I think that's what his name is. I may have butchered his last name, but it's like the question he had was a relevant question. We got high taxes, high gas prices, high food prices. We have a problem with the supply chain, empty shelves in grocery stores. I went and did my shopping again Monday. I do my shopping every Monday, as I said in the previous video. I'm looking for certain foods. I can't find certain foods on the shelves. A lot of these shelves are becoming more and more empty. I'm like, wait a minute, this ain't right, man. Something, I don't know. Somebody in my closing in this video, somebody may ask, how come you keep doing all this? You keep trying to speak negative about Biden. Why you keep speaking negative about Biden? Can't you speak something positive about him? I would like to speak something positive about Biden, but what is it about him that's about his policies that's positive? Name it. Let me know in the comment section so maybe we can talk about it. But so far, there's nothing positive about it. Biden he's his own worst enemy. His administration and their policies are their own worst enemy. And people in America on the left as well as the right, they're already waking up. They're already out of the matrix. But people on the left are starting to wake up. They're starting to see it. They may not say anything. They may not voice it because of embarrassment and other reasons. But clearly they see it. So I don't see nobody on Facebook saying anything positive about him. Why would they? But when Trump was in office, everybody was saying all these positive things about Trump because the left kept putting all this stupid stuff out there. He's a racist. He's a this, he's a that. So people on the right had to constantly defend him and say, no. And they gave verifiable, documented evidence to back up their argument. I'm not just saying it because I'm a conservative. I'm saying it because it's reality. It's factual. And when you have the facts, that's what I look at. I look at it facts. I don't look at conjecture and emotions and feelings. I look at facts. And the conservatives at the time Trump was in office had facts. We don't have any facts right now. The only facts that we have about the Biden administration is negative. So name me something good. Just saying, man. Just saying. So once again, Biden flips off at the mouth, calls this man an S.O.B. And the mainstream media is like, no big deal. It's just a flip of the mouth. You're not going to get me to believe that Biden messed up and said that. Even if he felt the microphone was off. Come on, man. Come on. Really? But once again, Democrats, far leftist Democrats, gonna be far leftist Democrats. That's why I said it. That's why I said. That's why I do what I do. But what do you guys think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. What do you think about these Biden's comments? What do you think about this reporter, Fox News reporter's response to that? When he responded positively, was that a good thing, or should he just expose Biden for who he is actually? Someone who has an to someone who's not as in control as the mainstream media wants you to think he's in control. Whatever you think, leave your comments in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, share this video, and subscribe. God bless you all, and see you again.